Hi, and welcome to today's Wellness Wednesday video. Today, the video is about chestnut bud. I couldn't remember which chestnut it was. And it came up under the area of addiction. And it's a really interesting one that came up. Chestnut bud helps us with our obsessive compulsive behaviors. So, no, I'm not talking about OCD necessarily, but what I'm talking about is those patterns of behavior that we get stuck in, that we keep repeating. So, I can give you an example from my life. I learned when I first started coaching that one of my patterns was that I used anxiety to help me embrace change, I guess, is the best way to describe it. And so it was a pattern that I would cause myself anxiety so that I could break through and make a change. And so, not healthy, didn't enjoy it, didn't enjoy the anxiety part because that could go on for a while before I was ready to embrace it. So, that's a pattern that I changed in myself. And we all have these repetitive patterns that we grow up with, that we come into this world with. Maybe there's some karmic stuff going on there. But anyway, we have repetitive patterns that we've learned to cope with and get our needs met. This may be, I guess the best example is if you think of a child throwing a temper tantrum to get what they want. That's a pattern that some people still carry into adulthood, where they throw fits to get what they want. And probably not a healthy pattern for those around them and for themselves, because they're throwing again themselves into that really unhealthy place when they're throwing that tantrum. So those are kind of the repetitive patterns I'm talking about. And for all of my clients who are listening out there, I know a lot of us have done some work on repetitive patterns. And I've noticed for me, just with everything going on in the world and with all this energy that's flying around out there, I'm finding some of my old patterns keep coming up. So if you're noticing that, just stick with what you know, stick with the changes that you've made into your patterns. And that's the thing about patterns. Because they're repetitive and because we do them, they're so automatic we don't even recognize them. So all it takes is to break that pattern. Stop the pattern wherever it may be with a new thought, a new action, a new feeling, and that will change that pattern. Chestnut bud offers that support test. It allows us to see things a little bit clearer. It allows us to understand why we're repeating that pattern, what lesson we need to learn, what wisdom we can glean from it, so that we can move forward and release that pattern. So it's a beautiful flower essence, I think really beneficial for a lot of people. I'm noticing out in the collective that lots of people are kind of starting to recognize that there are these patterns that are just not helping them, are just not beneficial to them, and are probably in most cases really unhealthy and harmful. So if this kind of sounds like you, if this resonates with you, even if you're not aware of what that pattern is, but you just keep finding yourself in the same kind of situations with bosses, with relationships, friendships or otherwise, with yourself. Maybe it's a relationship with yourself. If you keep kind of noticing it's the same cycle, and you just don't really understand why, find yourself saying, why is this happening to me again? Then this is the flower essence for you. So again, that's chestnut bud, and had to look again to confirm. There's 3 chestnut flowers, by the way. So again, that's chestnut bud, and if that is something that resonates with you, then you can bring in chestnut bud to assist you, to help your soul learn the lessons and glean the wisdom so that you can release the pattern. As always, if this is interesting to you, if this has sparked your curiosity, if you're feeling at a deep level that maybe you need to make some changes, then reach out. I do one-to-one coaching as well as soul alignment sessions and some soul healing with the flower essences and a couple other things. So reach out. You can direct message me, or you can contact me through my website or through email. So I wish you all well. And my special message today is to take care of each other. Take care of yourself and take care of each other, and have some compassion and kindness. We are all struggling at this point. Wish you all well, and take care.